Hey guys, Gasaraki here again after a long time. Um, yeah. Thing is, Monster Hunter, the Monster Hunter beta was so freaking awesome. I, the, the first day I played it, when I had to go to work afterwards, I literally could not think about anything else. I was just randomly grinning and smiling and laughing just remembering some of the awesome moments. Um, so this particular video is my first solo completion of a Rathalos hunt with the bow. Um, I I mean, as you can tell, I'm still learning the game at this point, and this is actually my first Monster Hunter. I've never played. Well, in the PSP days, I did play a little bit of one, but I just could not deal with the camera controls, and I wasn't too into the idea of playing that type of game on portable. And not only that, but I didn't really have people to play with, so I was just like, eh. But now that it's on console, has, you know, an actual control stick for the camera, which is awesome. You can aim, and having online play so you can play with randoms is great too, of course. So, yeah, I am really looking forward to this game. Also, I mean, as you can probably guess, this is just live post-recording. I'm probably not going to do too much editing on the voice just because, man, pain. Anyway, yeah, so the main weapons that I used were the bow, the hammer, and the gun lance. I did try a little bit of basically every weapon. I tried all of them in the training mode. I didn't try all of them actually in battle. Like, I did try long sword. I tried, what was it, hunting horn, the bow gun, the heavy bow gun, that is. So yeah, I tried a couple things, but not a lot. Once I had messed around with the bow and the hammer, I knew that, you know, those were the ones that I really wanted to learn first. So, yeah, man, the bow feels so good in this game. Like, it's kind of strange getting used to it because, you know, you may think, oh, it's a bow, it's a long-range weapon, so you can just kind of like snipe from a distance. But it actually doesn't work like that. It's actually more of a mid-range weapon, and you kind of want to actually dance around the monster in like close to mid-range, because if you go too far away, your damage drop off is like really severe, and eventually the projectiles will just disappear. So it's like, once you get at the very end of your range, instead of doing like maybe 5 damage per arrow, you just do 1 damage per arrow, and just a little bit further away, the arrows will simply like disappear after a certain distance. So you really have to, like, yeah, it's not a long-range weapon, it's a mid-range weapon. But there's some really cool tools to facilitate that, because there's this mechanic where if you're aiming with the L2 button, you can dodge, and you get a special dodge. Instead of just doing a normal roll animation, you get this kind of like well, it's called like a charging sidestep. And if you're holding aim and dodge, and you keep holding it, you can also, well, basically, it charges up your bow 1 level. So what you can do is, after doing one of those charging sidesteps, you can tap R2 to just fire a level 2 shot immediately, or you could hold R2 to continue charging up from level 1 to level 2, so you get a full charge in much less time. Or you could even dodge twice. You could do the charging sidestep twice to instantly get a full charge. So by using this mechanic, you can kind of like I said, like dance around the enemy, like constantly firing shots. Like you aim, you dodge something, you fire like a double shot, and then you dodge again, and then you fire like a big 5 spread shot, And all of the bow abilities tie into this like charging system. So there's your main shot on R2, which has basically 3 levels of charge, which is uncharged, level 1, and level 2. And yeah, I mean, that's just the regular shot. Like at level, or at uncharged, it's just a single weak arrow. Level 1, it's 2 slightly stronger arrows. Level 3, it's 3 slightly stronger arrows. So the damage is actually exponentially increased. Then on the circle button, you have kind of like spread shots and special shots. The first one, called quick shot, is just like very, very short range. Very, very short range triple shot, but it doesn't cost any stamina, whereas most of the other bow attacks do, and it's just quick. The next shot, which would, I guess, kind of be the level 2 shot, is the power shot. And that is a spread shot of, again, at least 3 arrows, but if you do it at a level 2 charge or a level 3 charge, you can get 4 or 5 arrows. And those have much more power, but it also costs stamina. So, like, one thing you could do is, for example, you could do charging sidestep, fire with R2 to get the level 1 charge. You can actually fire again with R2 to immediately get a level 3 charge, and then you could end with circle to get the level 3 power shot, which would, you know, well, yeah, it's really strong. That's all I'm trying to get at. There's another one called the arc shot, where basically you fire a projectile up in the air and it drops a whole bunch of little projectiles from the air that just does damage over time, and that also has 3 levels, just like all the other shots. And then there's another skill that you've probably seen me use a couple times in here already, called the Dragon Piercer, which has a long startup time, but it continuously deals damage as it passes through an enemy. So if you shoot at an enemy like lengthwise, like from the head to the tail, you know, it'll hit them like 5 to like even as much as like 10 times sometimes, and the damage on it is absolutely nuts. And that also has 3 levels. So yeah, there's a lot of really awesome damage potential here, and really the main limiting factor is just the stamina. Which, yeah, unlike most of the other weapons, you're pretty much constantly using your stamina, so you do have to be a little careful and really manage what you're doing with that. But it's a really sweet weapon. I really like it a lot. I'm not probably going to talk through the whole rest of the video. Just wanted to kind of give my thoughts on the bow. But if there's anything else I think of while I'm watching this, then obviously I'll say something. Also, you may have seen that some other, you know, YouTubers and stuff already have videos killing this enemy with the bow much faster than I did. So yeah, I'm not trying to like pretend that, you know, this is like a super amazing clip, but it was the first time that I was able to do this, so I was pretty excited when I finished. Oh yeah, and I really like this feature too. This they're called scout flies. Basically, they're like these little fireflies that kind of lead you to your target. Before you actually find your target, you can examine like tracks, or maybe like in the case of this one monster, it like spits up mucus every once in a while, so you can like examine that. And the scout flies kind of act like bloodhounds and help you find the monster the first time. After you have found it, though, you can set the monster as like a waypoint in your map, and the scout flies will always lead you towards it. So it's kind of a cool sort of more in-universe way to explain like a waypoint finder thing. It's really cool. There you can see when I did the Dragon Piercer, I didn't really get a lengthwise shot, so I only hit a couple of times, so it wasn't actually good DPS. In that situation, I should have just done the regular charge shots into power shot as close as I could. It would have been probably much better damage, but if I was able to line it up better, the Dragon Piercer is generally much higher DPS. It just takes better placement. And there you see me placing the waypoint on him, so now the scout fly should lead me to him. Oh yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I guess I must not have in this video, but there's these really cool areas in some maps. Like, well, if we see it again, I'll point it out. But basically, it's like they're kind of these like large growths of mushrooms that are almost kind of like a step ladder up a tree. And if you do the charging dash into those, your character will actually run up them, jump off, and do this really sweet like spread shot. It's just like a ton of damage. It's really cool, and every weapon has a type of attack off of those like wall run areas. It's really cool. And I like stuff like this too, like, you know, like kind of climbing through the woods and like finding the enemy sleeping, and you can like set up stuff. I mean, here what I should have done was actually set up these like exploding barrels first, but I just wasn't thinking about it, and kind of wasted some damage opportunity. But yeah. Oh yeah, man, the music in this beta is super good. I'm really excited to hear everything in the full game. And really, actually, all the sound design is great, though. Like, the hit sound effects and the roars and, you know, it's just, man, all of it is so cool. These animations, too, are just mind-blowing. I really loved Dragon's Dogma, and in that game, there was also like a lot of like large monster type enemies, and you could like climb on them and stuff. And some of the like dragon enemies had really cool animations and stuff too. But this is just on a whole nother level. Just that aerial like fire breath animation is just amazing. The way. The way it really feels like he's just putting his all twisting his neck, and it's just so cool. I had a really hard time with this enemy actually. I tried for a couple of hours to beat it solo, and most of the time I just could not beat him in time, and I was really having trouble dodging some of his attacks, and the poison claw attack he has was really frustrating me. But yeah, I mean, as long as you keep trying and be patient and try to think a little bit more about what you're doing, you can definitely, you know, take him down. And really, there was a lot of strategy that I didn't even do that I could have employed because I was too, you know, nervous and too too in the moment. But yeah, man, it felt so good getting that last shot. Man, I'm so excited for this game. I can't wait for it next month. I'm gonna be all in it. I'm gonna try to make some more videos on it and stuff. I do have more footage from the beta, so I'll try to upload some of that stuff, but yeah, we'll see. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.